Chief, and indeed, second series of the day, Empire versus Na'Vi. We're seeing the Warlock guests in play. It's exciting.
Prepare for battle.
Empire themselves, trying out this Razor, had a few changes. The passive's kind of cool now. We'll see if it's cool enough for them to sweep this win. That's the question. Is coming into this one, Na'Vi having a pretty good track record recently, and Empire, obviously with this lineup, now we're silent. Back in, of course, from the past. We've seen Empire silent a long, long time ago. Something a little different. But definitely a lineup with some great names and some good potential. We'll see how they play.
Yep, Empire's been playing a bit more than Na'Vi recently, at least in the competitive matches. They've played a lot in Captain's Draft. Well, Na'Vi hasn't played in a couple weeks now, so we'll see how this one ends up. I liked the approach that Na'Vi did through drafting, right? They picked the Enchantress and the Venge right at the first two, so they're like, oh, this is probably their supports. Well, Venge, you're probably like its core, but Enchantress, we've been seeing Roger playing it so often that you're maybe assuming that it would be that, and then they completely switch it up and they go for these two heavy team fight supports afterwards, which I really like. However, they are a bit low on the wave clear on the side of Na'Vi. It's just the Death Prophet really to be doing that, while on the side of Empire, they have a lot of different ways to push out this waves. So a big approach that looks like the teams are taking is going for aggros a lot, trying to get those 1v1 set up. This might be the kick. No, it's not that.
The battle
so they were
begins.
just securing 2 runes at least for themselves.
I was going to say, is this something that we will expect to see every game? Just the
TPs?
TP,
yeah.
Absolutely is the mid set one.
That's what we've been seeing, like most of the mid players do. They get the battle and they TP.
But I mean, there needs some more practice to tell you
practice,
what.
yeah,
they need practice on this.
No.
FN's messed up his block in the mid lane.
Oh boy.
So,
Roger's taking the creep wave. He's going to get swept up. It's going to be a full length to block the roll now.
Oh, he tries to, duke him out. And TP is not going to be successful. First blood for Silent on that safe lane Razor.
And the atmosphere's
I looked at Vance, but forgot that you can hit him through the Nightmare there too. He slapped him and he's like, oh yeah! Give him 1 or 2 right clicks.
So I guess it's just instinct. He's worried that you were going to take it off him.
Never run away. It's still there, for sure. Miposhka skills up the Infernal Blade at level 1, try to zone out the Warlock. So they're doing, it's a dual lane.
Hey, what is up with this bat ride? Look at this. It's like disappeared. He's literally just a man.
Oh, yeah, you didn't see that in the highlight clips. He was doing the same thing. I thought it was just like it was a bug.
This is a new hero. This is absolutely a new hero. The off-lane manta, right? With the sort of like ginger hair. I like it. Some style that goes to coming from the bottom lane with.
This is one of Ghost League's better heroes too. I really like when he plays these Spirit Initiators. I mean, he's an offlaner. It's just my preference as well as offlaners, but his Bat Rider and his Hangman were always the 2 big ones for me. The lane's coming out. General, I think General should be pretty decent up here. Like he's such a speedy, Enchantress is such a speedy hero versus Razor. Even when Razor has boost, it's faster.
And then even when you get a big steal, you're not going to get the smash.
Yeah. And in like later stages, Enchantress can just throw impetuses from pretty far away versus Razor. Pretty easy, that pure damage really starts that up. General's gonna have a free time up here. Bottom lane, it's just gonna be about distributing the experience between the 2 supports on Na'Vi. Dendi mid, I would say this is a pretty even matchup, but I actually would think that FN is a better laner overall than Dendi. He's been extremely good since TI. Everybody's looking at this guy as just a super dominant mid player. He actually sends Dendi back to base.
Yeah, this is
super
painful time for Dendi.
With that DD
out
rune.
To base. And this core's going to be scary. As soon as they can start making movements with it, they've got a lot of heroes to enable, whether it be a Nightmare or just Doom, Bat running at the heroes of Na'Vi. Lots of ways to the burst down bottom. To try from the Miposhka, but this is just level 1 on this Spirit. No extra stun. And he gets out with a quick TP. It's definitely up top again. And it gets good damage. Still means Silent's not going to be missing CS for a while. An extra bonus, but as you say, this is not a lane where this Enchantress should be dying anytime soon.
Yeah, they can't zone him out of lane either, so full experience for the Ench. Decent amount of farm. Already very good for Na'Vi. Just what can this support do?
Dire's top tower is under
Raja's
attack.
probably going to be shifting, sitting around the mid lane, so that they can try to punish FN if he tries to go for an aggressive blink. But FN, I don't think he will be doing those aggressive blinks, especially when he sees Raja with that ward.
And I mean, FN is just continues to love life in this mid lane.
Yeah.
It's as you say, Dendi is getting heavily bullied. Look at
Dire's
the
middle
denies,
tower is
and
under
look at the effect of it. There's pretty much a full level at 3.5 minutes in between Dendi and FN.
Yeah, he
because of
sent
these
him
denies.
home so early because he got the Shadow Strike and then he got a DD, so Dendi was afraid.
16 to 11. I mean, Dendi trying to trade blows here with the Siphon. It's working out for the most part. Top lane. This time they're going to have a better chance to beat in, but okay, takes Commander off. Troll Warlord. Again, yeah, it's just pretty much impossible on that top lane. Dendi has to get a Sow sent out to him. Continuing to struggle in this mid matchup. So with that ward, I mean, Na'Vi, they're not even trying to come in and help Dendi out.
No, they're really not. They're looking a little awkward.
Which feels quite different, because a lot of the times when Na'Vi play, they do put a lot of pressure on the mid lane and set up Dendi for brilliance.
Yeah, they usually stack it.
Yeah.
And they really emphasize on the other two lanes, mostly Dendi, but right now they're actually losing all 3 lanes very handedly.
Up top, Roger rolls in, but he knows that he can't really set up for much sort of damage coming out from the Cinch at this stage of the game.
They need, like, Na'Vi in their lineup, I look at it and they need 6 for damage. They need their ultimates.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's really minimal. While on the side of Empire, they have a lot of gold. Bat Rider's always going to be threatened. Neko in some trouble. Back.
Good job with Roger. Will come under the TP reaction. It's not enough to save Neko, though. Takes down the Firefly. What's going to go down in return? Roll 4 from Roger's going to miss. Fatal Bonds is bringing him down low. But with the Scorched Earth available, Moshka will be able to walk it out. Empire getting away with these plays.
And it's 5 minutes.
Just look at the CS from these heroes. 28-16. 5 minutes in on FN's Queen of Pain. That's disgusting. I mean, Dendi is... I mean, what's he going to do against it? FN's level 6. He's not even putting a point in the Sonic Wave for now. He's just got the extra point in the Scream, because he knows that with just the dagger and the Scream, he can kill Dendi if Dendi sticks around for too long. And Dendi knows that. Dendi keeps having to go back to base.
Yeah. Because
he can't sit around in this lane. He just can't deal with the potential threat of this Queen of Pain just jumping in and killing him at bottom lane. They found Roger. Empire set up, breaking back. He's not going to get the chance to roll out of this one. Too much burst for the Brain Staff. This is 3rd kill for Empire.
The only lane that's really gone well for him is top lane, but it's still great for farming. For Na'Vi, that is.
Yeah.
But it's still not great. Yeah, 2k gold lead already, 6 minutes. FN doing incredibly well mid. Again, Dendi now going to the jungle as Death Prophet.
Oh, look at the levels as well. He's at level 5.5, and I'm pretty sure this Queen of Pain is probably reaching level 7. Yeah, he's pretty much there with these creeps. So still over a level advantage for FN, and as we're seeing, it just means that Dendi can't come to the lane. And if he does, he's got to be prepared to play very, very defensive.
Anyone who walks up instantly gets seen by that lane ward that they have as well.
Yeah.
So Roger walks up, FN knows he's there.
And it is a hard gank as well. I guess they need to get sort of the instant silence into a stun from Roger, but as you say, with the little levels that the Spirit has, that sort of duration probably isn't going to buy them enough time to kill FN.
Only level 3 on our Spirit, yeah. Doesn't have the silence just yet. And they just warded in vision, but I don't know if Empire did see that one. Back to the jungle. Top lane, Razor's starting to get pushed a bit by General with those impetuses, but now the wraparound comes in. Transport can get the sleep off with the damage, they do, but they won't grab the attack speed, that is touchable. Now they just wanted to drain as much as possible, and 1 BM.
This is, yeah, very, very rough for Na'Vi.
Neko, they get chased out here, go stick with Miposhka. They've got the stun as well from the Hurl Boulder.
I mean, yeah, Miposhka's always at the right crease. He's been doing a lot with that little stuff.
Saving, not even wanting to go Firefly, I think just takes his little sticky.
Oh, dear.
FN gets involved.
He wanted the kill still. It doesn't quite get it. Split. So you have 4-0 Empire. Turning up, all guns are blazing.
Then he has to run a weird way right now too, because they see the 3 heroes in the mid lane. Roger now.
Yeah, Roger tries to TP out. Those right clicks slide through. Is he going to make it? Ooh. He will only just.
Then he has the TP as well.
General could be in trouble there. He's got the
Dire's
heal.
bottom tower is under attack.
3 stacks with the napalm upon him. Ghostic ready to tank the tower. He's got 8-1 charges as well. He knows he can afford to do this. 5 stacks with napalm. There's no heal in the world that will save this Enchantress. His general is gone.
5-0.
Ashes will fall like rain.
Yeah, both 3 lanes are big blunder. Dendi now has closer last hits, but a lot of those are jungle creeps, so his net worth isn't all the way up.
Bottom
It's
tower
only
is
100.
under attack.
Yeah, he's making the recovery.
Radiant's
Yeah,
top
absolutely.
tower
And
is
they
under
can
attack.
get objectives, but if he sees the chance to push with the exorcism. But as you say, they are looking for these level 6s, especially on the spirit.
See, Swallow, he gets the silence instead of having exorcism on Death Prophet, so they want to be able to go for the kills if that does to extend.
And I guess that makes sense, because I guess at this stage of the game, because he is slightly behind, it's unlikely he's going to get the chance to use the exorcism aggressively to push quite yet.
Ghostic's farming stacks up right now, and it looks like
Dire's
Empire is
bottom
going to be looking
tower
for a
is
smoke
under
maneuver.
attack.
They're bringing FN and Miposhka into it. They're going to go for Crystallize here. If they get Seneko, okay, but they want the Vengeful Spirit.
Turning back towards mid, yeah. I mean, Dendi they'll certainly take as well. This point in silence might catch them off guard. Dendi's a little low on mana.
Yeah, FN's like, never mind, I want to farm here.
Still going for the Veil first, FN this game. Crystallize is getting spaced down.
Yeah, Veil this game for Empire is super good. They're all magical early on. Razor's only physical.
Top lane general is, as you said earlier, is necessarily shut down the Razor, cause any issues. Sorry for silent. The general is in a very good place himself. Down bottom, in control of the bounty runes. Still showing intent to really want to make something happen against this Venge. They've got 3 heroes down here. A Nightmare into Lasso could set up for something big, but Crystallize is playing it safe. 17-1 charges.
Navi's okay as long as they're not getting ran at right now. Like we were just saying, they need the level 6s. When they get level 6, their team fight is extremely powerful, unless they just get straight run over. They have to have the heroes in the proper position. Empire can just get to that point where Bat Rider blinks in, Lassos kills somebody, and then it's a man down. Then they're at a super advantage of being able to pick the fights. And their levels are a bit better, of course, on Empire, because the way the lanes have gone. 2,000 gold, about 1,000 experience. And yeah, Blink is about to be done on Bat. It's going to be extremely early for Ghostic here.
So just time doesn't. I mean, because yeah, the team fight is great, but it comes to Fatal Bonds and Magnetize. It's terrible, especially against these heroes that. I mean, sure, you know, I started an FM may be able to beat this game, but it's not going to be something that these heroes want to build out. There's a lot of other stuff that we're raising. Big find the chance to get those fights. But at the moment, Empire avoiding it. Playing. Lose one. By looking for revenge.
So he's going to pay with his life.
They're going to get the save. They do not mind losing a Venge as they take the Venge. Carry.
Very worth it. For an Empire, that is. That Venge Spirit.
Are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pushing down bottom.
Radiant structures are
The
fortified.
fortification, but Na'Vi,
Dire's
without the
top
Celtic
tower
offering
is under
online,
attack.
unlikely to come in for a fully fledged defense. General does use this space to put the pressure on the tier 1 top in response. As Roger also around, nearly
bottom
to
tower
level
is
6.
under attack.
One more creep and it'll be there. They're coming in.
Dagger to go
Yeah,
General.
they're ready to catch them by surprise. There's the blink reveal. General transferring back to the Firefly. He's have a good chance for this. He has got the heal. The man's still closing in. And just between the two of them, that Firefly damage too much for the Enchantress to heal up under. He'll go down, but Poshka does finish off the tower down bottom.
Matt's always been one of the best heroes to deal with Enchantress at any stage of Dota. Because you're just super just the magic damage. I mean, this is hero Bat that's always been relevant in Dota. I think there's only like one patch where we saw Bat that's starting to fall off and then came right back.
Middle tower is under attack.
So much damage you dish out at all stages of the game. Mid, Navi is going to get a trade. And they might. They're looking for FN here.
They get the silence into this match. Further silence with the spot back this.
Oh, this is blink away. With the TP.
Radiant's top
he's
tower
out.
is under
He's
attack.
out.
He's actually gone.
That was. Did Crystallize had a magic missile? Did he not? I guess after the swap, for whatever reason, he didn't want to go back in and throw it out, but that looked like he could have.
I don't think he could have stunned it.
He definitely could have done it, unless I'm missing something there, but that looked like a little bit of a mess up there. as that would have been a lovely kill to get. They do still get the tower, but as we've seen, FN's been having a pretty good game. Saying that though, with the tower taken down in the mid lane, Dendi is actually back ahead in net worth. This is, as I say, been a very, very nice recovery period for Dendi. Sure, they're still down 7-1. It's only a 2k lead for Empire. It did appear quickly, but it's not accelerating. So it's kind of stayed at that level. Dendi's catching up. Sure, you never really want to be playing a core Venge from behind, but they're not that behind. Na'Vi can still turn this one around.
For sure. They're gonna have all their ultis ready again soon too. With the chaotic offering, they can take fights. And now they've gotten a tier 1, so map opened up a bit. Empire doesn't really, like, that's what's awkward too about Empire. Is like, they have this Razor,
Yeah.
and they're playing into like a full team fight lineup. So ideally on Empire setup with Razor, you want to group up and go. But you don't really want to group up and go versus this Na'Vi lineup at all any means. You want to just switch the lanes out. So at least they have that though. They have the Screaming Pain from the Quap, and they have the Plasma Field for Razor pushing out the waves. So they'll push out the waves, and then they'll go for smoke ganks with Bat Riders whenever they see the opportunities when people make the moves away from those normal creep waves. And that's literally what they're doing. So Quap and Razor are going to be playing on opposite sides, while Doom, Bane, and Bat run around looking for pickoffs. But Na'Vi look like they know that this move is coming. They're setting up.
The wages of fear.
See what they can find. Bring it. Know it. Put the smoke up on Roger. So he's down towards the bottom lane, but Empire with a bit of a wraparound from behind. Goes to Firefly, look at the opportunity, jumps across. You get caught out by the Skyros, so no chance for Lasso. Roger rolls away, and Na'Vi are there ready to fight.
Empire should just run.
Yeah, they don't want to take this one.
As soon as the silence comes out on the Bat, they see everybody else there. Okay, reaction force, go back to the
To push the issue there, too. Last command is finished for Crystallizer.
They got a good ward down.
Oh no, yeah, Roger comes back into this. He has got just the magnetized style scout, carrying offering drop down onto 3. They'll pop the Doom. Empire trying to get out the sidelines. Bounce goes quick with a TP, and he will make it. Quick swarm off the mark. One out. Scarlet's making traction down, but they still want to fight this Empire despite losing the Doom. And Scarlet, I think he's going to pay with this one with the Siphon and the Swarm. Scarlet is down, a little unnecessary for them to stick around. They're still trying their best to make sure the trade goes their way. They do pick up a second and a third. Good double kill from FN as he flies in with the Sonic Wave. Crystallize and Dendi, they're looking for the ultimate cleanup, and they'll get it. That's going to be Queen of Pain gone. And overall, like, that fight just felt very unnecessarily forced by Empire. They were sending in the core, sending in Silent a little too late, as we saw. They kicked off and Silent wasn't quite there, but he still turns up. They lose both Silent and FN.
And this is what we were just saying about the Razor, right? You're playing as a Razor and you want to run in, but you can't run into Death Prophet Venge. You just get Wave of Terror, and then the Exorcism Spirits just absolutely shred you through that minus armor. No problem. On top of Spirit Side. Bane couldn't even get a Fiend Rip off. Doombuff died before he could get anything as well, so Empire willingly ran into that fight.
That was definitely questionable. Yeah. Dendi's now back on top. Yeah. He's absolutely rocking it as the DP. I mean, that fight, sure they lost 3, but Dendi and Crystallize, they stay alive.
They're the big winners. And they need those two to really be farmed. Sure, the Enchanters died, but I think General doesn't even care about that. He's like, I'm an Enchanter. I'm not the win condition. I'm just a laner who does some decent damage. Big win condition is
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So they have to watch their positioning versus this big team fight of Na'Vi. I can see what they wanted to do, though. You know, they saw the rock thrown out. It wasn't like...
Sure.
They hated a couple heroes, but they didn't all die right away, so they wanted to reset and go back in. Lasso's back up. They're going to go again. Ideally wanted to get the Doom off before Miposhka just insta-dies.
Yeah, I mean, this is the play, isn't it? We've got the Lasso, you've not got Exorcism, you've not got Carry Offering. They've got the better timing to work on, you know, but... Doesn't look like they get the initial jump. Na'Vi just sticking very grouped up again. They themselves realizing they are weak when those ults aren't there. So they're not going to go out on their own. They're going to hold hands. They're going to keep themselves on the high ground. And Empire still try and take a fight. Dendi comes a little too far forward, but Crystallizes there with the stay, spots him back. Great silence and stun comes through from Roger. He rolls forward. Beatstick does come off. He gets stunned on the skyline. That's going to be Van still going down almost done. He's sticking loads of the brains. The magnetized brain snap doesn't save him. That's Bane gone. Na'Vi holding the fort. And again, this suicidal Razor. He wanted to finish off Dendy. The Doom was out onto the DP. It brought Dendy down low, but Dendy's going to be fine. The Ghosts are going to heal him back up. And again, I feel like Empire are sort of panicking. Yeah. And they don't really need to. Like they're in a good position. They've just got to be really careful about how they take these fights.
I mean,
and not force them like this.
Navi just spread the move. Yeah. They're just waiting on the high ground. As soon as the initiation comes out, they swap for initiation with the silence on multiple heroes, and then the fight from there is very impossible for Empire. MD gets the ulti off, and the fight's over. Yeah,
Empire need to contest this. No one realized. They're back out of the pit. They did bring it low, but they know that they can't really finish it with any sort of speed when the Ghosts aren't up.
Yeah. They have to wait for... I mean, they can do that when they have maybe... They don't even building left medallion. They can do that maybe when a couple more heroes are wiped and more levels on bench.
Yeah, they need more time.
Exorcism will make it nice and clean. And now Dendy, yeah, like you said, top of the charts, 2,400 gold. Keep doing... Just keep pushing out lanes, but don't make it so obvious this time. Sure, you know that Empire or Navi knows that you want to fight when those ultis are down, so they're just sitting behind people. They're actually just playing as a full unit. Yeah. So I'd say Navi's maneuvering around the map is much better so this time around than Empire so far. The Doom needs to pretty much come out as the last will happen. So I think Mikoshka is probably going to switch up the build and go for a blink next. It's just awkward the way they have to take these fights at the moment. Navi, pretty good fight now.
They'll have a good chance to do so with Wave of Terror. Yep, just flies. And it's noticed. They know it. They want to contest it. It's very low.
20 seconds for Exorcism.
We've seen many a game be decided by the Roach Pit.
I've seen this before.
Will this be another Ghost Stick Fireflies? A nightmare. On the sidelines. But what? The backside gets silenced. They are carrying off and coming down onto 3 heroes. In fact, that's Silent gone. Razor just getting dropped on the front lines of this fight. They stand up FN. Will manage to blink off in time before anything else catches out. But with Silent gone, I don't think Empire can fight this. They've got to back up. Na'Vi just going to be into the pit. And Empire really struggling to find that fight. And this Razor, I don't know if it's just the hero at the moment, it's just looking underwhelming.
We were talking about it just before the game, Owen, and I told you this. You know, the hero's been changed a few times. Empire loves Razor. I think they've loved Razor every season they've been in DreamLeague.
Yeah, certainly been one of the bigger pickers of it.
But it's right now it's really not working out for him. He runs and just dies, just as we were talking about.
Double damage.
And I think it's just going to get harder and harder for him.
Doom down on the first lowest of the edges. It's going to be back for round 2. Round 2, Navi want to take. Nightmare holds back Dendy with the Exorcism. Generally looking for the chase down. Roger rolls forward. Doesn't find a slow onto Mikoshka. So the boulder smash, but Mikoshka a little too speedy. And Mikoshka will get out. So a little bit of good action there for Empire. They pop the Aegis. Yeah, Exorcism's gone.
Dendy's trying to get tier 1 probably. What he's doing, get some damage on it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire structures
so that
are
fortification
fortified.
comes up.
Can't even kill the creeps. Fortified creep. They're still probably gonna push. Doom was expended, Lasso was expended, and
Radiant's middle
they should
tower
probably know
is
that
under
the
attack.
Sonic Wave is still down from that Roche area. Now they're setting up for
Radiant's
Silent again.
top
There's no way he gets out of this story. And Ghostly shot his best. It's so low. The last place they goes. The Earth's going to kill him, isn't it? Oh, the Magnetized goes. But they did lose 2 for this time.
Ghosted with the first step, place taking for a bit of time.
But yeah, but he's time for the rest of Empire to come in. I mean, that's Silent is dying a lot.
Radiant's top
This
tower
is your
attack.
one Razor,
Dire's bottom
who is now
tower
3
is
and
under
4.
attack.
Okay, for Dendy in general on this one lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under
They do
attack.
just take a tier 1.
Dire's bottom
down.
tower has fallen.
And I mean, Empire had such the start to this game, but it's just getting ever so messy now. You can see it. You say Ghosty. Does buy time. Feels not as easy as Navi would hope for.
This is where you're like, okay, FN, you're the carry. Honestly, I mean, Razor's got Halberd now, so at least you can. Yeah, Halberd's advantage here, but Exorcism still is going to demolish him. So yeah, FN mostly is going to be on him.
Yep.
He's going to be having Shiva's finished up already on the clock, so Yule Shiva's still very good timing coming out for
that is.
Queen of Pain.
There's, 23 minutes in. That is some top tier timing.
And they're just itemizing for armor to deal with the exorcism and venge minus armor application. But there's still like a lot of magical bursts coming out from Na'Vi that the guys can talk about. They don't and Empire almost feel like they look kind of stuck to me. They're like, okay, we have this Razor, but we can't really do anything. We can't play in this game. He needs so many different items that will just walk in. One stunner and he just gets bursted.
And as we've seen, there's been so many chances for Na'Vi to hit these big priority offering spirit combos. Empire, they've got so many heroes that want to run in and be on the front line. You've got a Doom wanting to run in and drop Doom on someone. You've got a Bat trying to blink in and drop Lasso on someone. You got Quap has to be relatively close to get a Shadow Strike out. And Razor wants to be chasing someone down with a Link. A lot of these heroes are moving in on the front line.
Yeah.
And Na'Vi have a great lineup to deal with.
And it's so specific, right? Empire has to do all these little tiny niche things to get the perfect ultis on everyone, while Na'Vi just
throws out the ult.
Throws the ulti. They click R. Death Prophet click ulti, Warlock click ulti, Earth Spirit trying to throw stuff. Click the ult, spread silence.
Yeah, how close is Dendi to that ult range?
Pretty sure he's like about to have it, yeah. 500 gold away. And he's got the +1% Spirit Siphon. Nice. Instead of taking that cast range talent. That one is a bit of a mixed one. I like the Spirit Siphon one because you get the health anything, but cast range with Yules and with silence can be quite nice. I guess it's debatable. Yeah. When you really want to go for it. Perfectly fine.
Oh, Empire smoke.
Na'Vi smoked up too. They're right behind Dendi.
They are looking for the bait, but close. They will find on the backline. Screw jump as well. Gets the combo straight away. Crystallize with that swap. By 5, they need to help out Dendi. County offering down onto 4 here. They're trying to force Dendi back to safety, but it's not going to work. Dendi is down. FN jumping forward. Empire wanting to take this fight. They feel confident with the 2 ults already been blown by Na'Vi. They bring down the Golem. Got 4 from Roger. Empire a little low though after that combo with a fatal bond. Starting off and keep them down. Now they're ready to go back in. They jump forward onto Roger, but it's going into a rollout. We'll keep him safe. He's gone.
He blinked on the high ground.
Oh, Crystallize just comes in from the high ground.
What?
And beats him down with the Mask of Madness. That looked like it was going to go the Empire's way, but at the end of that, giving that kill up to Crystallize, again, Na'Vi, they do sort of scrape through that fight, but they come out on top.
FN blinked into... That's such a crazy spot to blink into.
They had no vision on the high ground.
No vision on the high ground. He could have just blinked to the right. They could have not gone for that kill. That was very strange. Leading from far in the team.
And as you said, you know, FN needs to really pull it together to allow his team the chance to win with the Razor.
Radiant are scanning.
Guys like that are not going to cut it.
That was a very overall weird fight though, right? Na'Vi, sure they get the instant swap into but then they didn't have anything to save Dendi. Dendi just dies, and it's just like awkward kind of engagement.
Roger. I just want to go and die for further past that too. Being shoved out there. Na'Vi won't be able to get it. So just got the creeps. Crystallize. They're working on the Lincoln Sphere. Money's there for Dendi to pick up the Octarine. And
Dire's bottom tower
going to come
is
out
under attack.
much more frequently now. And Na'Vi are going to be happy with taking these fights
Radiant's middle
at a
tower
better rate, which is
attack.
scary for him. Raze is quite at the point where he's going to be happy turning up to fights. He needs to get that BKB. Once he has that, sure, BKB in the halberd, he can sit on the front lines, and
I feel like he still needs armor though. I feel like the BKB like AC. Sure, this is a lot further down. He needs like a BKB and AC to really run in versus Venge and Death Prophet. There's just so much damage from Na'Vi.
I mean, I think as long as if he can BKB and get the Static Link onto the Vengeful,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's going to be hard to deal with.
Sure, yeah, if he just like runs in. If they can literally just bum rush, that's, I guess that's the nature that they're kind of going for. Everybody's building a BKB on the side of Empire.
But I mean, I guess you're right, yeah. If the Ghost goes around, he's not going to have them running into those. Then he's able to focus on.
So multiple Lincolns will be the next thing on the docket for Na'Vi. Block the Doom, block the Lasso. And now Roger does have a Blink Dagger finish with them. So they do have that better type of initiation, not just relying on chaotic offering.
Yeah, and that's important as well, because we've seen in the last few fights, Banskar has been able to get good Fiend scripts up. They haven't been able to find the positioning to cancel it. Blink Dagger on Spirit, that surely will change. Silent shows out top, he's out again. again. Just does not want to get caught out before that BKB is ready.
Back to split pushing out lane. Push out lane with plasma field, push out lane with Scream of Pain. Try to take picks. Try to take fights when it's there. You have a better number advantage. So they do see Crystallize right now. Get found though.
Big shot.
So that was a gem picked up by Roger earlier as well. Well, I think it was buff. I think it was buff Roger. Okay. So they're going to be clearing out a lot of that vision that is a lot more needed for Empire this game. They need to be playing around that vision to take those number advantage team fights. But now 2 of their fresh boards are going to get taken out, and it's looking better and better for Na'Vi.
It is still close though, and as we said, there's no doubt about it. None of these cores are getting left behind. Everyone is pretty neck and neck. No one really breaking away. It's all about the execution.
Yeah, I mean, once Empire gets all their BKBs, they can just all pop BKB and jump in.
I think that's what they were. As soon as those BKBs come out, I think if you're Empire, you do look to try and take the fight.
Dire are scanning.
I think that's probably the biggest thing is the Roche then. The next Roche.
Radiant's top tower
I'll tell you
is
what,
under
Denny's
attack.
going to use Exorcist in his head. He's got an arcane rune and an archery. The usage of it would be beautiful. And I guess they've already got one. I mean, they're happy, as we've seen. They've been taking the objectives. Tier 2's off the map. Yet to be able to break the high ground.
First link is finished, crystallized, then he's queued one up as well, and now they're just going to the pit.
Okay.
Not ready to fight this one. They've used the Eye of the Storm.
Yeah,
They don't have the BKB ready on time either. I think
This was a freebie for Na'Vi.
that's an arc thing.
Absolutely. No, yeah, they did get that used to. They wanted
Arc
dream.
close.
Less than a minute. It's gonna be what, like 50 seconds once it's done? Oh, less in fact. And that next push is gonna come out with the Aegis and crystallize his hat. BKB is now finished for FN. So it's gonna be FN now in these fights. He can afford to blink aggressively with the BKB and Shiva's Guard. He can dance
Radiant's
around
bottom
now.
tower
Yeah, he's got
is
the
under
spell life
attack.
steal talent. But he's it's scary. Like who else is the damage? I'm still worried for the Razor really getting in the fights. Even though he's got BKB and Halberd now. Yeah, he's queued up the AC next, so he's definitely understanding he needs the armor to really run in.
That's a
But
long way away there.
they have what, 1, 2, 3, and 3.5. 3 BKBs, and Miposhka's on his way to them on the beam. They're going for the engagement. They're not liking the pace of the game.
Still baiting in the middle lane. Now he's got to join the rest of them. Looking for this long wrap round from the bottom of the river. Ghostic just needs to find the lasso. And he's going to go for it. Firefly straight up. But Dendy just north up. Dendy will be doomed. Jump forward from Evan. Carry up and down onto the 3 of them on the back line. So away it comes out. We'll bring down Dendy. Dendy actually flying back for this fight. FN picks up the double as they take the Warlock out as well. Now Dendy looks to turn. He's come in with the buyback exorcism. They've brought down the Doom. Roger controlling Vanstorm on the sidelines. They'll move it for the second. 2 down. But they did have to expend the buyback from Dendy for this one. I feel like they've got to get a little bit more. They want to try and move up to the high ground whilst there's 2 dead on Empire. They need to find something more as this buyback. Fair, they may just do it. Running waves being blown. Eye of the Storm's gone. They've only got a fortification to sit behind here, Empire. They still have the lasso. They can only really go for Crystallize because he's just going to swap save whoever else they go on. He's got an Aegis as well. He's not really the target. This player will be blocked. Come forward now. They're looking for Denny, but Crystallize, he's got the swap. I mean, they knew that was there. I mean, now they're still trying to keep him off. But now they're just moving into the base. They're starting getting picked apart. Oh, he doesn't dodge it. The evasion doesn't play into his hands. The impetus is enough. Scarlet's gone for 66. Crystallize will be taken down the once. I'll say that, and it's taking them time. There it finally comes out. And he's going to be ready for round 2. Aegis, of course, in his hand. He's ready to come back in. The Bane's out for 30. Empire just getting shoved away from the fans. The Monster won't make it home tonight. This impetus for General doing too much at this stage. 50 seconds though, Doom, Na'Vi clean up the mid lane. And at the end of the day, I've got to say, that call for Denny to buy back, make that play, it may have even just won the game. I've got BKB coming out from FN. They're looking for these kills, they're looking for these pickups, but Denny's keeping himself alive with these Spirit Siphons. They'll take down the Doom. Denny now on the killing spree. It's just too tanky. Empire have to get away from him. Exorcism is back and available thanks to the Octarine. It's ready to go again for a second push.
Gives the cheese to crystallize as well. Yeah, this is the game.
That buyback from Dendi, securing them 2 racks. Na'Vi, they may have had a bit of a sloppy start in terms of the laning, but this is the plays that have been bringing them this success recently, qualifying for Lancashire, where they just do bring it together as a team. They make some really good calls, and certainly the game is massively in their favor. They've got the 5K lead. The Dendi buyback. He's back. Literally this game. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was perfect. It actually was very well done by them. Their team fight is stronger. Is this a trend that we've been seeing? At least in the last 3 games that we've done.
It's all about
here,
the team fight.
All about team fight. Like Empire, they just don't have a great team fight. They have this catch kind of lineup that they can't run in. I mean, this Razor feels super underwhelming to me. And yeah, Navi's is just very more put together with the Earth Spirit and Warlock being able to counter-initiate every single time. I wouldn't see why Navi just doesn't smoke up and go through the close. I just look for another fight whenever Exorcism's almost back up. So they'll probably wait for Exorcism.
Yeah, it's not going to be long though, is it? Well,
40 seconds.
40 seconds.
They all backed up. They hid pretty decently. I didn't see anyone.
And the thing is as well, you know, Empire, they do not have the lineup to deal with pushing out these stronger creeps. It's not great.
Invisibility.
Yeah, they've got a decent push out with like Quap, but Quap's not at that farm level. Now she doesn't work it at least, but yeah, he's he's really farmed on Quap, to be honest. 8-2 an FN, but they just don't have a hard carry. Is really what it comes down to.
Sure, but I mean, it's gonna be rough. I mean, I guess you look for the Warlock. Because that's all I can imagine him doing at the start.
Earth Spirit can be decent too.
Sure, yeah. If you can get the Warlock or the Earth Spirit at the start of the fight, that's great, but you can't jump on the course.
No.
With the Your Scepter on Denny, you're not going to silence it.
And they're definitely going to get their ulti off. And now, General's level 18 with negatives. This Enchantress is no joke either. All 3 of the cores are super buff on the side of Na'Vi.
I mean, Empire, good luck at trying to hold the base. The way those last 2 fights have gone, it may only look like a 4K gold lead, but as we just said, with the way that both of these lineups are made up, it's very hard for Empire to pull off plays. They're going to try.
They're going in. They're trying to push the fight, and this is Na'Vi with a vision advantage.
I mean, and this is Na'Vi with every ultimate available. This may even just be Empire fighting the tower. Let's do something absolutely phenomenal. The counting often comes out onto 2 FS to BKB, but Sunny just has to run. Look at his impetus, just chunk it through him. He gets one back by Crystallize. Silent is gone for a minute, and that's SPG. It's game over. Empire realize that they tap out. Na'Vi take the win.
Our man FN ends at the top of the leaderboard as a queen of pain.
But what did he do?